I'm Sandrae Lawrence. Welcome to my Sip Talk. I'm the publisher and editor of the Cocktail Lovers magazine and podcast. Cocktail Lovers is not just a brand, it's a lifestyle. It's something that my husband and I have done for ages. We are cocktail lovers. We produce a magazine called The Cocktail Lovers, and actually we do exactly what our name implies. We love cocktails and we love the people and the passion behind them. Of course I want a great drink, but these days I think most places that you go to, you're going to get a good drink. So it's got to do with the atmosphere. It's got to do with hospitality. It's the way that the people behind the bar make you feel. It can start with something as simple as just acknowledging you, smiling, asking what you want, or just engaging in little bits of conversation. Those are the things that really make a difference. It's about the way that people interpret the drink. So in a way, most bars that I go to, I'll always order a martini because that's my favourite drink. But at the same point, there's ways of delivering a martini that can elevate it from just being a cocktail into being a great cocktail. I asked a lot of prominent people, and there aren't that many to be honest, that work in the drinks industry globally, for their opinions on why they thought there weren't that many people of colour in the industry. And the question that I asked was, are we being held back or do we hold ourselves back? And it was quite interesting because some people said that it was going back to slavery days, that black people didn't want to be seen in service industries, but actually that's rubbish, because if you think about it, you have people of colour as cleaners or back of house, so why should they not want to be bartenders where you get these really celebrated positions? Other people said that it was because they weren't seeing people of colour being represented. So if you're not seeing somebody in that space, you don't think of yourself in that space. And I guess that's what I think too. So the Black Lives Matter made a huge difference, and it made people actually sit and think about, are we representing people of colour, women, all sorts of diversity, whether it's disabilities or whatever, are we doing our best to show up and actually include these groups? And at first it felt a little bit tokenism, that you'd get everybody was writing about, oh, support this black brand, how do you feel? People were calling me up, it's like, how do you feel? It's like, what do you mean, how do I feel? It was a bit shit, actually. But I wanted to see, it was all very well that happening at that time, but it's like, is this sustainable? Are people going to keep addressing this issue? And luckily, it has been. And for me, I see that people do want to show up and actually put their money where their mouth is and do a bit more to recruit people of colour or support people of colours. In the same way that people of colour is an issue now, it was the same for women in drinks. And you never used to see that many female bartenders, but now you do. So I think it's a great space. It's a really inclusive place if you think about it that way. Of course I'm in London, so it's a bit different here, but I just think that people should always just be pushing for what they want to do and be kick-ass at doing it. Actually, the industry is crying out for people, not just people of colour, but people that are passionate about the industry. So if you think that you'd like to be behind the bar or talking to a drinks brand or working in PR or doing journalism like me, go for it. We have these amazing black bartenders from, I don't even know when, quite back in history, but we don't hear enough about them. So these are things, if we can start getting these historical references out there and showing people that there is a place for black people in the industry, maybe they'll take a bit more pride in it and actually know that they are part of drinks history.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really fun. Really fun.